funded with 1 billion Korean won from national and local budgets. It will feature trees to block fine dust and cool urban temperatures. The project starts with a design phase this month, a review in March, groundbreaking in May, and completion by July. The city of Busan will recruit 75 young participants for the 2025 Busan Youth Policy Network starting today to incorporate youth voices into policy making. Open to residents or active participants in Busan aged 18 to 39, the network allows members to identify policy agendas and contribute to governance. Selected participants will join one of 5 divisions, including employment, housing, culture and arts, welfare, or policy promotion. In international news, the Israeli prison service has said 90 Palestinian prisoners have been released as part of the first phase of a long-awaited ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. Most of them were women and children who were greeted with hugs and cheers upon their arrival in the occupied West Bank. 3 Israeli hostages were earlier released by Hamas to the Red Cross in Gaza City hours after a ceasefire began, before being handed to the Israeli military. Now taking a look at the weather, partly cloudy skies are expected in Busan with mild temperatures during the day. The current temperature is 10 degrees Celsius and a dry weather advisory is in effect. The temperature will average around 8 degrees this evening. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BEFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with Nick Greenwood. BEFM 부산영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
해운대, 광안리, 다대포, 송정, 일광 비치, 다이먼드 브리지, 해동용궁사, 범어사, 이기대, 흰여울 Culture Village, 감천 Culture Village, and 보수동 Book Alley. These are numerous places in Busan that show its unique charm. Where is your favorite destination? Well, hello there everybody, my name is Nick, and welcome to For Your Busan. We're going to kick things off with Gloria by Laura Branigan.
You got to slow down.
And that was Gloria by Laura Branigan, our opening song this Monday, a brand new week here at For Your Busan. Welcome one and all, my name is Nick, and in the beginning of the show, I started talking about Busan's famous or well-known destinations. Where is your favorite place in the city? If you're from Busan, if you're not a Busan person, Busan 사람이 아니라면, where is your favorite place in your hometown? For me, I don't know, I have a lot of places here. It's difficult to pick one. If I had to choose, it would be between 청사포 and 남포동. Maybe more 남포동 now, because ever since that train appeared in 청사포, there are too many people for me. So I tend to avoid it to a certain amount, but it's still a wonderful place. So where do visitors of Busan love to go the most? According to recent data, the most popular tourist destination among both domestic and international visitors to Busan is 해동용궁사. Have you ever been there? It's a beautiful place. It's probably one of the coolest places in Busan to take pictures, I think. Now, this temple complex is unique in Korea for its really stunning seaside location. Its proximity to Haeundae Beach and Busan's eastern attractions make it a favorite among tourists, and it's, of course, especially popular during Buddha's birthday. Celebrations when the temple is adorned with vibrant paper lanterns, creating a breathtaking scene, as long as you can avoid all of the other people trying to get a good photo on that bridge area too. If you get that one good shot without the people in it, it makes for a killer photo. And nearby, you'll also find an amusement park, a large shopping mall, as well, making it convenient to explore the spots together with the temple. So you have a bit of history and culture, followed by a bit of shopping and a bit of fun. I think that makes the perfect day out. What about the next most loved places in Busan? Following 해동용궁사, popular attractions for domestic visitors include the 오륙도 Skywalk, Haeundae Blue Line Park, 다대포 Sunset Fountain, and 자갈치 Market. Do you notice a pattern? Because the most beloved spots in the city are all near the ocean, highlighting the city's strong connection to its beautiful coastline. And this year, Busan is expected to surpass 3 million international visitors, breaking the previous record of 2016. And who knows? As more people visit the city, they might discover hidden gems beyond these famous attractions, adding new favorites to the city's rich array of great destinations. Well, we've got not tourists, we've got people who regularly visit, at least on social media. On YouTube Live and on Kakao, we've got people coming in to say hello, which is great as always on this Monday especially, helping me fight those Monday blues, which I don't really get, by the way. I'm very grateful that I don't often feel 월요병, and I hope none of you do either. If you do, we're going to try and get rid of them. We're going to try and 퇴치해 all of them right now. We have Benny Nim saying, "Hi Nick, Chang PD and all, happy Monday." Benny Nim, it's good to see you bright and early. And when I say early, I mean early to the show, not early in the day. It's 4 in the afternoon. Great to see you, my friend. Cake Like Tunim as well saying hello. It's always good to see you, Cake Like Tunim. Hello. Pengsu Appanim saying, I wrote a song yesterday. Hi, Nick. The title of the song is Memory of Fence. 울타리의 기억. I'll send you the lyrics on Kakao Talk. And, you know, I had a little look. And it's quite beautiful. I hope you don't mind. Can I read one verse? I don't think you'll mind, right? Is it okay? Or all right, let me know. Say yes or no if it's okay to read one verse, one 절. And if it's okay, I will. We've also got Michael Kimnim saying, My friend Nick, 장수하실 장 PD님. Oh, that's good. 포열 부산 메이트님들 좋은 월요일입니다. 제가 2003년에 군 제대하고 솔로가 되었을 때 슬픔을 달래려고 수없이 들었던 노래가 있는데 혹시 희성님의 미인 신청드려도 될까요? Yes. The short answer is yes. We'll stick that on for you very, very soon, my friend. And that's awesome. So you remember that song all the way from 22 years ago when you left the... That means you were in the army when Korea was hosting the World Cup. Did you get to watch the World Cup or were you training hard? Chang PD, in the military for the World Cup. You're allowed to watch the World Cup?
Yes.
Of course, like national pride and stuff. Okay. That must have been a cool experience with your fellow soldiers watching like Park Ji-sung and stuff play a good game. We've also got Sangmin Park-nim as well. Fantastic to see you, my friend. Po-nim as well saying hi all. It's good to see you. Ko-su-nim as well coming in saying hi. Hi, my friend. Good to see you. Soy-nim as well. Hello there. Saying Nick 장PD님, 작가님, lovely한 친구들 모두 안녕하세요. They are lovely friends. I do agree. I do agree with that. Anyone else who's coming in now as well, don't be shy. Come and say hi. I'll shout you out. We'll have a bit of banter together. In the meantime, I'm going to let you know today's text topic because as always, there is none. 네, for your 부산의 토픽은 여러분이 하고 싶은 이야기로 정해집니다. Please let us know what topic you would like to discuss and then our writer will choose it. So, I'm going to let you know what's coming up in the show. In the first half, we have Busan Is, where we bring you the latest updates and insights in the city with our news segment and 6 p.m. news anchor Hong Jung-hwa. After that, we have 라떼는 말이야, time to share my thoughts about everything in the world. It's also a moment to reflect on how these things were back in my day. Busan Hot Places with Jimmy will be after that, a segment that takes you on a journey through Busan, showcasing the city's most exciting events, must-see attractions, and vibrant activities. And that's just the first half. In the second half, we have On the Mic, stories of Busan locals encountered on the streets of Busan, and then Busan's Tale, a storytelling segment delving into various aspects of the city, and of course, everyone's favourite, a daily staple, is Busan Quizmaster. Fun quiz time with your chance to win a prize as well. That'll all be in the second half. Remember, you can message in at any time. Just send your messages to pound 9050, 샵 9050, should cost you 101. Kakao Talk message, a smartphone message, or just go onto YouTube, type in BFM, click on For Your Busan, and you can see me in the studio, talk with all of the mates in the live chatting area. We've got some more friends coming in. Jin Lee-nim saying, hi Nick and lovely friends. Oh, I'm liking the word lovely today. 오늘의 단어인가요? Lovely, lovely. I like it. That can be today's word of the day. Jenny Nim as well saying, happy Monday, Joe. Nick, 보열 친구들. Good to see you, Jenny Nim, all the way from New Zealand. I wondered, Jenny Nim, actually, do you speak English with a New Zealand accent? Do you have a Kiwi accent? Or do you not? I don't know how long you've lived there. If you've lived there for many years, maybe, you've kind of like 물들었어, right? Maybe you've speaking with a Kiwi accent, which would be really cool. It would be really cool. Summonim as well saying, 안녕하세요. Good to see you, Summonim. And everyone else joining. We're going to take a quick break, a logo break, because 홍당당 is coming up now.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back, everybody, to the show. It's 4:19 in the afternoon, and it's time for Busan Is. And for that, we have Hong Jung-hwa, known as Hong Dang-dang, in the studio with us. 안녕하십니까?
안녕하세요. 월요일입니다.
Hey, 주말을 잘 보내셨나요?
네, 잘 보냈습니다.
네. 주로 뭘 하고 지내신가요? 뭐 주말에 원래 뭐 가족도 있고 막 아니면 뭐 혼자서 나가서 뭐 산책?
혼자 나가서 산책. 좋은데요?
그렇게 안 하시나요?
조금 해봤어요. 그래서
조금 해보셨어요?
네. 너무 오랜만에 걸어서 그런지 예전에는 조금 오래 걸어도 괜찮았는데 이번에는 짧은 구간 걸었는데도 힘들더라고요. 와.
다리 아프세요?
숨이 진짜.
숨이
조그만 오르막길이 있어도 힘들고 다리 아프고.
몇 보 오셨나요? 한 5,000보? 10,000보?
한 7,000보?
좀
정도? 네네.
꽤 좀 긴 것 같아요.
그래요?
예.
10,000보는 넘어야 되는 거 아니에요? 걸었다 하면은.
I do sometimes 10,000보 when I walk to the 방송국 and then I go home.
네.
그리고 오르막길이니까 운동이 잘 돼요.
걸어가는 거 좋아하시나 봐요.
네, 엄청 좋아합니다. I love walking. 근데 우리 와이프는 엄청 싫어한대요.
그래요. 그러면 한 사람은 어떻게 해? 그래도 같이 걷는 게 좋잖아요.
그죠.
그렇죠.
Yeah, it's a
한
bit...
번은 걷고 한 번 차 타고 이렇게.
그렇죠. We have to kind of
가위바위보.
타협을 좀 해야 돼가지고. So this is where we go over news and also some fun stuff after the news. But first, let's go over the news.
네, 부산시가 올해 1월 1일 이후에 아기를 낳은 가정에 산후조리 비용 100만 원을 지원하기로 했습니다. 부산형 산후조리 지원 프로그램이 시행되는데요. 지원 대상은 아이가 2025년 1월 1일, 그러니까 올해 1월 1일 이후에 부산에서 태어나고 부모 중 한 명이 이상이 부산에 주민등록이 되어 있는 가정에 한해서입니다. 쌍둥이 가정은 최대 200만 원, 또 세 쌍둥이 이상의 가정은 최대 300만 원을 지원받을 수 있고요. 이번 지원에는 가정의 소득 제한이 없습니다.
The Busan city government announced on the 20th that it'll launch a Busan-style postnatal care support program to provide 1 million won to families with babies born after January the 1st, 2025. Families can receive up to 1 million won per newborn, while households with twins are eligible for up to 2 million won, and those with triplets or more can receive up to 3 million won. Eligible applicants include babies born after January the 1st, 2025, and registered in Busan. Both the newborn and at least one parent must have their resident registration in Busan at the time of birth and application. There are no income restrictions for this support.
네, 지역의 사립대학들이 정부의 등록금 동결 요청에도 불구하고 올해 등록금을 인상할 계획을 세우거나 이것을 적극 검토하고 있는 것으로 나타났습니다. 국립대학과 일부 사립대학들이 정부의 요청에 따라 등록금을 동결한 반면 교육대학과 많은 사립대학들은 10년 넘게 등록금을 인상하지 못했다며 재정 운영 한계에 도달했다고 보고 인상은 불가피하다고 예상을 하고 있습니다. 이미 일부 사립대학은 등록금을 약 5% 인상하기로 결정했고요. 다른 대학들도 여전히 검토 중으로 이달 말까지 결정을 내릴 계획입니다.
Private universities in local areas are either planning to increase tuition fees this year or actively considering it, despite the government's request to freeze university tuition fees. While national universities and some private universities have decided to freeze tuition in line with the government's request, education universities and many private universities are reporting that they have reached the limit of financial operations with tuition fees that have not been raised for over a decade. They believe that an increase is unavoidable this year. Some private universities have already decided to raise tuition by around 5%, while others, still deliberating, are leaning towards an increase and plan to make a decision by the end of this month.
네, 수영만 요트 경기장이 40년 만에 해양문화 복합 공간으로 재개발됩니다. 수영만 요트 경기장 재개발 민간 투자 사업은 2014년 3월 부산시와 사업 시행자와의 실시 협약을 처음 체결할 이후 장기간 표류해 왔는데요. 부산시는 내년 12월 준공을 목표로 지역 경제 활성화와 관광객 유치를 위해서 지역 주민과 관광객들이 서로 소통하면서 다양한 문화 이벤트도 즐길 수 있는 해양문화 복합 공간으로 만들 계획입니다. 156척의 계류시설과 전시, 컨벤션 시설, 요트 경기장, 전시장, 수영장, 상업시설 등이 들어설 예정입니다.
The Busan Yachting Center in Busan will undergo redevelopment into a marine cultural complex for the first time in 40 years. On the 20th, the city of Busan announced it would sign a revised implementation agreement with iPark Marina, the project operator for the Suyong Bay Yacht Marina redevelopment private investment project at City Hall. The city of Busan aims to complete the redevelopment by December next year, transforming the area into a marine cultural complex space where local residents and tourists can connect and enjoy various cultural events to boost the local economy and attract visitors. The new complex will include berthing facilities for 567 yachts, 317 offshore and 250 onshore, exhibition and convention spaces, a yacht exhibition hall, a swimming pool, and commercial facilities.
네, 부산항 크루즈 관광이 올해는 완전히 회복돼서 코로나 팬데믹 이전 수준을 넘어설 것으로 예상됐습니다. 부산항만공사가 발표했는데요. 올해 부산항을 방문하는 크루즈 관광객이 모두 171항차 20만 명으로 예상을 했습니다. 지난해보다 선박 운항은 48%, 관광객 수는 31% 정도 늘어난 수치로 코로나 이전인 2019년 111항차 18만 9천 명을 뛰어넘는 수준입니다. 부산항 크루즈 관광은 코로나가 발생한 2020년에 11항차, 또 2022년에도 15항차로 급격히 줄어들었다가 2023년에 106항차 15만 1,000명으로 회복세를 보이고 있습니다.
Cruise tourism at Busan Port is anticipated to fully recover this year, surpassing pre-COVID-19 pandemic levels. According to the Busan Port Authority, or BPA, on the 18th, an estimated 200,000 cruise tourists are expected to visit Busan across 171 port calls in 2024. This marks a 48% increase in ship calls and a 31% rise in tourist numbers compared to 2023, which saw 152,000 visitors across 115 port calls. The figures also surpassed the 2019 pre-pandemic record of 189,000 tourists from 111 port calls. Cruise tourism in Busan had sharply declined to just 11 port calls in 2020, 15 in 2021, and 15 again in 2022 due to COVID-19. However, it showed significant recovery in 2023, with 151,000 tourists from 106 port calls.
네, 그 소식입니다. 부산시는 올해 문화놀이카드 지원금을 지난해보다 10,000원 인상한 1인당 14만 원을 제공한다고 밝혔습니다. 문화놀이카드는 문화 소외계층을 대상으로 6세 이상의 문화, 예술, 여행, 스포츠 활동을 지원하는 프로그램인데요. 2월 3일부터 11월 28일까지 주민센터나 문화놀이 웹사이트, 고객센터, 모바일 앱 등을 통해서 새 카드를 신청할 수 있습니다.
On the 18th, the Busan City and the Busan Foundation for Arts and Culture announced that they will increase the culture and Nurikad support amount by 10,000 Korean won, providing 140,000 won per person to cultural minority groups. The Cultural Nurikad is a program that supports cultural, artistic, travel, and sports activities for people aged 6 and above, who are recipients of basic livelihood assistance who are in the near poverty tier. Those who meet the eligibility criteria for the Culture Nuri card can apply for a new card through local community centres, the Culture Nuri website, the Culture Nuri Customer Service Centre, or the mobile app from February the 3rd to November the 28th.
네, 자 여기까지 부산 소식을 전해드렸고요. 오늘 대한입니다.
대한민국
아니고 가장 춥다는 24절기 중 하나인 절기.
오케이.
네, 대한이 그런데 절기상 가장 춥다고 대한인데
이게
오늘 그렇게
힌트를
춥지
주시는
않아요.
건가요 지금?
네,
오케이.
이것도 힌트예요.
속담이랑 관련된.
네, 그렇죠.
오케이. 갑자기.
여기까지 사전 설명 오늘 대한인데 자 속담을 완성해 주세요. 자 닉당당의 속담.
Okay, it's time to, how do you say, to solve, not a riddle, a proverb. We've got 3 proverbs that Hong Dang has brought in, and she's going to read the first part, and I have to guess what the second part is. The only trouble is...
네, 오늘 갑자기 속담을 얘기하면 무슨 얘기일까? 또 대한민국 하실 것 같아서 잠깐 힌트를 드렸어요. 자, 첫 번째 속담입니다. 대한이 소한 집에 가서 어떻게 된다?
대한이 소한 집에 가서
대한은 오늘 그 절기를 말하는 거예요.
대한, 소한.
소한이란 절기도 있잖아요. 네.
대한이 소한 집에 가서 요한이랑 놀다. 맞아요?
아니요. 재밌어서.
그럼 맞을 줄 알았는데. 오케이.
재밌어요.
I don't know.
네. 대한이 소한 집에 가서
I don't know. 엄청 춥게 만들어요.
오.
소한은 이 대한의 반대 말이죠. 좀 그렇게 춥지 않은 그런 시간인가요?
그렇긴 한데.
오케이. 그럼 춥게 만들어요.
오, 대한이 소한집에 가서 소한이를 춥게 한다. 그렇군요. 이게 일반적인 생각이거든요. 그런데 왜냐하면 오늘 가장 추운 대한이라고 했잖아요. 그런데 그건 중국의 얘기고 우리나라는 소한이 더 춥대요.
그래요?
네, 그래서 속담의 완성은 대한이 소한 집에 가서 얼어 죽는다.
그래요?
네.
그럼 소환이 대한보다 더 춥다는.
네네 그렇죠. 네네 춥지 않은 소환이
됩니까?
없고 저기가 그래요. 지금까지 계속 몇백 년 계속 네 춥지 않은 소환이 없고 추운 대한이 없대. 네.
So apparently 소환 is colder than 대한.
네 그렇죠.
근데 많은 이 유튜브 댓글 보니까 많은 분들이 모르신대요. 이거.
근데 생각해 보세요. 진짜 대한 때 많이 안 추워요. 오늘도 많이 안 춥고 소한 때 우리 추웠어요.
Oh, that was 소환.
네네네.
okay.
그래서 네 24절기 중에 오늘 마지막 절기입니다. 이제 곧 봄이 와요.
Okay.
네.
Okay.
네 우리나라에서는 좀 사정이 달라서 소한 무렵이 최고 춥고 대한은 오히려 덜 춥다. 네.
하나 배웠습니다.
네.
Okay.
자, 그래서 제가 지난주에도 음식 속담 가져온다고 했잖아요.
Oh, yes.
대안이라서 대안은 하나 넣었고요. 두 가지는 음식 속담입니다.
Okay.
자, 두 번째 속담 갑니다. 남의 떡이?
이거 너무 쉬워요.
쉬워요. 역시.
Is greener on the other side. 남의 떡이 is more green on the other side. 맞죠? 더 커 보이죠?
맞아요.
맞아요.
영어에도 비슷한 속담 있나요? 남의 케이크 더.
The grass is always greener on the other side. Yeah. 반대쪽에 짠디밭이 좀
더 푸르게 보이고 더 예쁘고 보이고. 가까이 보면 막 구멍 막 나 있는데. 그렇군요.
예, 근데 갔다가 그렇게 좋지 않네. 막 그렇게 깨달아가지고
남의 집에 가서 우리 집을 보는 거죠.
그죠?
우리 집이 더 좋았구나 이렇게.
돌아가가지고 다시 남 집이 더 좋았는데.
사실은 여행 갈 때 그렇게 한다고 하잖아요.
그쵸.
여행을 가면 내가 있는 곳이 더 이렇게
맞아요.
들여다보니까.
맞아요.
돌아올 곳이 있구나. 행복하게.
Yeah.
남의 떡이 더 커 보인다.
For sure.
네.
Okay.
사람의 욕심은 끝이 없다는 이야기이기도 하고요. 자 마지막입니다.
Number 3.
네. 부모 말을 잘 들으면
살아남는다.
맞습니다.
그죠?
네, 음식과 조금 관련을
맞지 않아요. That's illegal these days, isn't it? When I was a kid, I was hit. Yeah.
음식과 좀 비교한다. 좀
음식?
비슷한다. 음식이 좀 들어간다면
부모 말을 들으면 치킨, 치맥 많이 먹는
비슷합니다. 부모 말을 잘 들으면 우리 예전에는 떡이 많이 나와요 속담에. 그래서 부모 말을 잘 들으면 뭐 엄마 말을 잘 들으면 자다가도 떡이 생긴다. 네, 자다가도 떡이 생긴다.
언제 생기죠? Like tooth fairy? Like 갑자기 베개 밑에 막
네네. 머리맡에 막 떡이 뭐라 안 거라.
Interesting. 매니님께서 saying Nick is so smart. I think he's 비과서 얘기하시는 것 같은데요. 고수님님의 he said 자다가도 떡이 생긴다.
네, 자다가.
줄리아님께서 떡 속담 많이 나오네요. 미운 놈 떡 하나
그렇죠.
더 준다.
한국 속담에 떡이 많이 나와요. 떡.
그렇죠.
밥.
Yeah.
네.
음식이랑 관련된 속담이 되게 많죠.
맞아.
Because it's easy to relate to because we all eat that kind of stuff. 고수님 also said 좀 어려웠네요. Some earlier ones. 진리님 saying 답 맞추면 재미없어요. 그렇죠.
근데 우리가 또 일부러 틀리지 않아요 또.
그렇죠.
네.
Yeah, I knew number 2. Number 2 was easy.
그래요. 남의 떡이 커 보이는 거.
But thank you for giving an easy one for me.
네.
Before you go, we have today's 오늘의 주제가 있습니다.
그래요.
겨울에 즐겨 찾는 부산 관광지는 어디 있는지 좀 알려주시겠어요? Where is a tourist spot that you like to go in Busan?
겨울에요.
Yeah, in
겨울에
winter.
아이가 좀 어렸을 때는 크리스마스 트리의 거리, 뭐 광복동, 해운대, 바닷가에 빛 죽지 않은 한겨울에 네 거리 걷는 거 좋아했고요. 요즘에는 집을 좋아합니다.
집이 최고죠.
네네.
근데 지금도 해운대에 가면 이 구남로가 있잖아요. 지금도 그 크리스마스 라이트들이 다 조명들이 아직 남아 있어요.
맞아요. 2월까지 하니까.
Yeah. It's until February.
네네네.
I just thought they were being lazy.
네.
You know, okay, there
혹시
you go.
크리스마스에 못 보신 분들 이제 곧 봄이 오니까 빨리
Yeah.
가서.
And the weather is quite warm, so enjoy it right now.
네.
홍당당, thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.
네, 감사합니다. 내일 뵙겠습니다.
All right, we're going to take a song break. Don't go anywhere. This is a request song by Michael Kimnim. This is for your the days when you just left the army and you were feeling a bit lonely. This is Bien by Hisong.
Don't need your love. 들어요 내 사랑이 아직은 그대 곁에 있는데 내게 웃어주던 어제의 환한 미소 나를 떠나요 지금 그 슬픈 얼굴은 그대에게는 너무 어울리지 않아요 그대는 떠날 때도 아름다워야 해요 그대 화장이 눈물로 지워지지 않길 내 곁에서 떠나는 그 순간까지 아직은 내 사랑인데 초라한 모습은 싫어요 난 웃을 수 있어요 남겨진 나는 걱정 말아요 그대여 그대 그 여린 가슴에 내 슬픈 모습 오랜 시간 상처 될까봐 그대는 떠날 때도 아름다워야 해요 그대 화장이 눈물로 지워지지 않길 내 곁에서 떠나는 그 순간까지 아직은 내 사랑이 초라한 모습은 싫어요 돌아보지 말아요 흔들릴지 몰라요 지금 모습 그대로 제발 날 떠나가기를 또 어떻게 하든 살겠죠 그대 없는 그 날들이 잠시 그대를 사랑했었던 기억에
Wow, that was a 노래방 ballad. I can imagine Michael Kimnim belting this out in a coin 노래방. That was Mian by Hisung, requested by Michael Kimnim. Hope you enjoyed that. Lots of people seem to like that as well. They haven't heard it in a long time. Well, welcome back, everyone. It is 4:38 in the afternoon, and today's text topic is: where is your favorite place to visit in Busan in the winter? Your favorite tourist spot? 이 겨울에 즐겨 찾는 부산 관광지는 어디 있는지 알려주세요가 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 질문입니다. We've got some messages coming in. We had 1191번님. I like this message because I feel the same. He said 기장이요. 기장에 가면 아직은 훼손이 덜 된 바다가 참 좋아요. 요즘에는 카페, 음식점, 호텔, 아울렛, 놀이공원 등등등 이 편의시설이 많이 들어서서 좀 분위기가 달라지긴 했지만요. 개인적으로는 편의시설들이 덜 들어섰던 데가 더 좋았던 것 같아요. 바다 냄새가 솔솔 나고요. I agree. You know, it's fun to have all of these great, attractions and buildings and things, to keep you interested. But I think just the smell of the sea, just staring out into the endless abyss of the ocean is enough. It's beautiful. I love doing that. So, 1191번님, I feel you. I feel you, man. Or bro. If you're not a dude, I'm sorry. But I feel you, is what I want to say. We've got more messages coming in. Jenny Nim, when I asked her if she's has a Kiwi accent, she says she doesn't. She gets told she has more of an American accent, which is fair enough, because I guess most people in Korea, they learn the American style of speaking, which, fair enough. That's the norm here. But it's cool to have a bit of a unique accent sometimes. Yeah. Saying, I sometimes pronounce A like ah. Ah. Like ah. Interesting. Okay. I think maybe similar-ish to England as well. 소이님 saying, 제니님 그 이야기 생각나요. I came today, 이거 오스트레일리아, 뉴질랜드 분들이 발음하실 때 I came to die. I came to die. 죽으러 왔어. Yeah. 이렇게 막 들려서 많이들 놀란다고. Yeah, they have a very interesting accent. And we have a few Kiwi folks here as well. So they can they can, vouch for that. 마이클님 say, 그리고 오늘 미팅 메이트에서도 물어봤던 건데 닉님 혹시 영국에서도 펩톡을 자주 쓰나요? 미국은 이 단어를 종종 사용하는 것 같아서요. 펩톡, I think so. Maybe, I don't know if I've said it, but I know what it means. Let's have a pep talk. Maybe I do. Maybe we do. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been 12 years, so I'm sure we all understand what it means. So maybe, I'm not sure if there's another way to say it. 소희님 coming in saying, it's been so long since I spoke English that it's really challenging. 쉬운 표현인데도 막상 말하려고 하면 생각이 나지 않아서 너무너무 속상해요. 잠들기 전에 매일 후회하고 있어요. 아까 이렇게 말했어야 했는데라고. Hey, that's whenever you learn a new language, those are the regrets you have, right? You think, I should have just spoken, I should have learned, I should have just said it. It's okay. You can be wrong. It doesn't matter, You learn through improvement, and you can only learn through practice. So, 화이팅, don't give up, my friend. And I'm sure your English is fine. I'm sure it's good. Juliet Nim, it's good to see you and everyone else joining in. A lot of messages, which I'm very, very thankful for. But it means that I can't read them all, which is unfortunate. Yeah. S-Duck Nim coming in saying, 사계절 다 좋긴 하지만 다대포요. 겨울 노을이 제일 이쁜 것 같습니다. Yes, double yes, quadruple yes. The 다대포 sunsets, 그 해돋이가 세상에서 제일 이쁘다고 생각해요. I think I've traveled the world a bit. I'm not bragging. But it is, I think, one of the most beautiful in the world in 다대포. So I agree with you, S-Dungnim. Anyway, I'll read some more messages in a little while. Don't go anywhere because Jimmy is in the building.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. That crunching sound you just heard is Jimmy putting on his headphones because Jimmy's in the building. Hello.
Yay, Jimmy in the building.
How you doing?
Good.
You talk about, different places. 부산핫플.
Sure.
얘기하잖아요.
Right.
But today's text topic is, what's your favorite place to visit in the winter in Busan? 관광지.
In the winter in Busan, I think I love to go all the way up to Gijang area, especially like Ilgwang or maybe like Idong Port. Like those areas are really, really peaceful and quiet.
Yeah. Even in the summertime, Ilgwang, Imlang, because nobody's there.
그렇죠.
It's so quiet. Nobody wants to be next to the nuclear power plant. Is it a nuclear power plant? I don't know what it is. Is it? Oh, you don't know?
Yeah.
It's some kind of giant radioactive monster, but it's a great beach. I love it.
Yeah.
In the summer or the winter. Anyway, how you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, I was over at Baxco over the weekend because of this Olympiad, like robot Olympiad going on. I guess nowadays, especially, it's been like 4 or 5 years, AI and robotics, like business involved is like super huge.
Yeah.
So there was the 26th IRO, International Robot Olympiad.
Wow.
Just kicked off last Friday on 17th.
Whoa.
They had an opening ceremony and then they actually had like a multiple competition. There were like over 3,000 students from like all over the world.
If you're looking on YouTube Live, you can see the pictures right now of all of the kids and the people there just doing robotics.
Sure.
It's insane.
Yeah, it actually started in 1999. The IRO has actually become the prominent global platform for young innovators to actually demonstrate their talents in robotics and artificial intelligence. So last year, they actually held it in Greece. So this year,
it's in Busan.
It's in Busan,
Wow.
Baxco.
Brilliant. So
Yeah.
you went there?
I actually went there myself just to check out this opening ceremony, and of course I have to like conduct some of the interviews
For sure.
to meeting cool people, and then myself I'm definitely interested in AI and robotics. So
Yeah.
why not just go and look through.
It's AI. Robotics is really cool.
Sure.
I think it's fascinating. The AI revolution that we're having these days, it's one of those things that, I don't know, you wish it kind of wasn't as, it didn't interfere with creativity.
True.
But we have to work with it because the technology exists right now.
For sure.
So can you give us some more information?
Yeah, I mean, the competition actually features 15 categories across like 15 divisions, such as like smart farming. We all know that it has been going on for like ages, and robot athletes and like creative movies, and like also like on designers VR category, and introducing like virtual reality and et cetera and et cetera. So all the things that it's involved with AI and robotics.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, so everything robotics, everything AI, this is
Sure.
the place to go. I guess you have to be pretty smart to take part.
I guess
But
so.
it was an international fair, so like you said, people from all over the world.
Yeah, more than 20 countries. And actually, what I'm really proud of for this year's competition, it's actually one of the largest edition amongst all the IRO that it was
Okay.
held before.
Wow.
So yeah, it was really, really fascinating to meet like all people from like all over the world.
Yeah.
And I couldn't actually get a chance to meet students because it was already in the middle of a competition.
They were busy.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
all busy, like
Okay.
doing things. So, but I got to actually speak to some cool coaches and mentors and other people from like all over the world.
Yeah?
So, yeah, as for the first interview, I actually got to speak with Park Byung-jun, an official from Busan City's Industrial Policy Division, and who was actually responsible for overseeing and managing this year's IRO. And we discussed everything about this program itself. So let's check out the audio clip together.
안녕하세요. 간단하게 자기소개 부탁드리겠습니다.
예, 저는 부산시 산업정책과에서 로봇 산업 육성 및 지원을 담당하고 있는 박병준 주무관입니다.
네, 이번 2025 국제 로봇 올림피아드 세계 대회에 대한 간략한 소개와 컨셉, 프로그램 좀 설명 부탁드리겠습니다.
국제 로봇 올림피아드 세계대회는 올해 26회째를 맞이하는 세계 30개국 파트너 국가에서 자체 대회를 거쳐 선발된 청소년들이 서로 로봇을 통해 경쟁하는 대회입니다. 이번 대회의 슬로건은 부산, 글로벌 허브 오브 디지털 모빌리티, 세계 속에서 디지털 선도도시로서의 부산의 위상을 높이기 위한 의지를 나타냅니다.
이런 국제 대회가 부산 백스코에서 열린다는 게 저 또한 굉장히 뜻깊고 굉장히 의미가 있는데요. 이렇게 오시는 선수분들, 그다음에 코치분들, 부모님들까지 포함해서 저같이 참관하러 온 사람들에게 좀 어떤 거를 느끼고 가셨으면 좋겠는지 한번 한 말씀 해주시겠어요?
그 대회에 참여하는 학생들이 선의의 경쟁을 통해 서로 협력하며 문제를 해결하고 또 아이디어를 펼치는 과정 속에서 성장을 했었으면 좋겠고, 새로운 친구들을 사귀며 다양한 문화를 경험했으면 좋겠습니다.
네, 마지막으로 이게 지금 로봇 올림피아드니까
네.
우리 담당자님께 로봇이란 하면은 좀 어떻게 표현해 주실 수 있을까요?
저는 로봇은 해결사라고 생각합니다. 왜냐하면 현재 직면에 있는 다양한 사회적 문제들을 해결하기 위한 수단으로서 또 앞으로 산업은 물론이고 생활 전반에 로봇이 활용될 것이기 때문에 해결사라고 생각합니다.
감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다.
Yeah, this year's slogan is the global hub of digital mobility, and then he thinks of robot as a problem solver because it's just now everywhere with us.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, robotics is only getting more advanced by the day.
Yeah.
So it's exciting to see where it's going to go to a certain degree. And
Right.
how we're going to... I mean, robots have been around for a long time anyway. Car
sure.
robots and
Yeah.
whatnot. So we've got another interview, am I right?
Yeah, I got to talk with one of the coach from Greece. His name is Dimitris, and let's check out the audio clip together.
Hi, may I know your name and where you're from?
Hi, I'm Dimitris. I come from Greece.
We just had the opening ceremony of the 26th IRO here in Mexico.
Yes.
So is this your first time actually visiting Busan?
Yes, first time visiting Korea.
Korea?
And the first time being Busan.
So how do you feel about it?
I really like how Busan looks like. It's more relaxed as a city. And we haven't seen yet a lot of the city like sites, but we plan to do it in the next week. That will
Right.
be here.
Yeah, I mean, you actually came here as a coach
Yes,
of the team Greece.
Yes.
So
I'm
how?
one of the coaches from
Right,
the
one
team
of the
Greece.
coaches.
Yes.
So how do you feel about all your players this year?
It's nice. You know, they have done a lot of effort to prepare for the Olympiad. Last year, the Olympiad took place in Greece.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this year we came here to participate. It's a great experience for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Robotics is the future, so it's very nice to be here in one of maybe the most important leader in robotics, which is Korea,
For sure.
and compete for this.
So it's actually a part of a competition. So what's your our expectations?
I don't know. You know, we have tried a lot. I don't want to put stress on the kids, so I tell them do your best. If you can get a medal, it's nice because you know all your efforts capitalize and you get some recognition.
Right.
But they have to enjoy, feel the experience, get all these vibes that you see on the court, and that's it. You know.
All right.
It's an experience.
Well, Team Greece, let's
Yes,
go.
yes,
Thank you so much for the
thank you,
interview. Thank you.
All right. That was Dimitri from Greece, a coach.
Right.
So
He's one of the coach.
Right. I liked his ethos of, you know, it's nice if you get a medal, but don't worry, just try your best.
For sure. He doesn't want to pressure.
최선만 다해.
맞아요.
Yeah.
And lastly, I mean, Kellyanne from Bulgaria, it's the whole team's first visit in Asia. So it was quite a bit interesting.
Okay.
So let's check out the last audio clip together.
Hi, may I know your name and where you're from?
Yeah, hi. My name is Kauyan, and I'm from Bulgaria.
All right. As we all know, we are in the middle of IRO competition.
Yeah.
And you are here as a mentor of your players. Could you tell me about your role and how do you feel about your players?
Yes, my role is a mentor. That means that when we were back in our home country, Bulgaria, I spent time with them to help them develop their robots. And anytime they had any problems, they turned to me so that we can solve them together. And so I'm teaching them in a way to have more critical thinking, and I'm showing them how to solve their problems.
That's fabulous. Is this your first visit here in Korea or Busan in particular?
It is my first visit in Asia, actually.
Asia?
Yeah, so I'm very excited. I think all our students are excited too. It is an amazing place. Or even when we entered the city, it's just the buildings. It's very clean. It's very tidy. It's amazing, and the people are very nice. That's right. Sorry.
Okay, that's
Yes.
great to hear. Thank you so much. And my last question would be, I mean, this is a competition. So what are your expectations for the results?
So yeah, this is our first time here. I hope for the best, and I think we'll do better next year. But I have some hopes for today too. The rules are so that we cannot communicate with. I cannot communicate with my students. So I don't know how it's going. Everything was fine before that. I hope it will go good.
All right, thank you so much for your time. And then Team Bulgaria, let's go.
Thank you.
Everyone you interview is very humble.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Right.
You know, and I think that they know that the kids there, they're just learning still, so they're just going to be trying their best.
Sure. I mean, the one interesting thing was they couldn't actually interfere or interrupt in the middle of the competition. So there's a barrier. So the coaches actually had to wait. They couldn't really give them any kind of guidances, and they couldn't really coach them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was more interesting thing to see.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's really cool that you went to this big contest and that you interviewed some of the people there. Robotics and AI is really the emerging technology. Could you wrap up this whole experience?
Yeah, so it will be finished. It will be finished tomorrow. And they're going to have a closing ceremony in tomorrow. And then the next IRO will be held in Malaysia.
Oh.
So on every closing ceremonies, they basically hand over the flag.
Every year.
Yeah, every year. So it will be held in 2026 in Malaysia. So yeah, I mean, yeah, they've got a lot of support from UNESCO Korea and others. And the IRO not only celebrates innovation, but also highlights robotics potential to address the global challenges for foster international collaboration as well.
Brilliant stuff. Really great interviews, Jimmy. Thank you so much. Before you go quickly, we've got a couple of questions coming in.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. Michael Kim님 says, 지미님, 부산에서 고등학교 나오셨나요? 우리말을 너무 잘하셔서요.
미국에서 다녔는데요. 부산을 사랑해요.
Yeah. And we also had Juliet Nim saying, it seems like his hair got cut. He's more handsome today.
오, 감사합니다. 맞아요. I got a haircut.
Looking good, my friend. Looking good. All right, everyone, we're going to end the first half here. Don't go anywhere because we'll be right back at 5.
BEFM 부산영어방송.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는
All right, we're going to talk to someone today. All right, we're going to
봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다 축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
부산 글로벌 도시재단 대표이사 전용호입니다. 부산은 대한민국의 굳건한 성장 동력으로서 물류, 금융, 영상, 관광, 문화, 디지털, 첨단 산업의 중심지인 글로벌 허브 도시로 나아가고 있습니다. 이를 위해 부산 글로벌 도시재단은 부산을 대표하는 도시 외교의 플랫폼을 지향합니다. 세계 평화도시 부산의 브랜드를 강화하는 부산 UN 위크와 부산 글로벌 도시 포럼, 유라시아 도시 외교단, 개발협력 포럼, 그리고 세계 시민축제는 부산의 소프트 파워의 상징으로 자리매김하고 있습니다. 부산 영어방송도 시민과 함께 영어하기 편한 도시, 세계와 경쟁하며 더불어 살아가는 부산을 만들어가겠습니다. 시민이 행복한 글로벌 허브 도시 부산, 부산 글로벌 도시재단이 함께합니다.
The weather is so nice today. I'm sure this won't be a big deal.
A 3-second long lapse in judgment can burn up an entire mountain, which will take 100 years to recover. We can protect these lush forests if you follow these guidelines. First, do not bring flammable materials to the mountains. Second, do not cook or camp in the mountains. Third, do not litter cigarette butts. Your small actions are the first step towards protecting the beautiful forest. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM 부산영어방송.
김밥가게 박 사장님도, 문구점 김 사장님도, 우리 부산의 경제를 움직이는 사람들. 우리 동네 작은 가게로 향하는 발걸음이 우리 부산의 경제를 키워가는 한 걸음입니다. 부산 방송광고 발전 협의회.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
부산?
포열 부산 아닙니까?
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
포열 부산.
포열 부산.
할까요? 포열 부산. 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan.
All right, we're going to talk to someone today and get to know a little bit about them. Hi, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Yejin Lee from South Korea. You can call me Jin or Yejin as well.
All right, Jin. So I know that you are a traveler and you've been to many places. Tell me a little bit about how you first got started traveling and at what age you started traveling.
At that time, it was over 10 years ago when I was only in my early 20s. I went to Australia, which is the country that I will go this Saturday. So I'm so excited at first. And since then, I had an experience to feel like in the airplane. I just looked down and all of a sudden, everything looked so small and everything looked just nothing. So before that, when I was at school, there were a bunch of, tedious work tasks. And it just seems like something big deal. But later on in the airplane, I thought that it might be nothing. So that's what I can just handle it. So since then, I try to look back and relax something happens. And that was the reason why I like to travel all over the world.
Would you consider yourself a travel addict? Are you addicted to traveling?
I guess so.
Okay.
But during COVID-19, for a couple of years, I couldn't go. So sometimes I feel like I'm addicted. But nowadays, I just want to go there with my future husband. So not that addict recently.
And when you first went to Australia, what differences did you find compared to Korea? What were some things that were like shocking or new or different for you?
At that time, I experienced a lot of things, such as fire, which hadn't happened for 50 years. And because it was just like this season, it was winter here, but it was, summer there. But in January, it's summer season in Australia, but it's so dry there. Just because of that dryness, it happened, just fire. Because of the spark of the trees, and it just happened. And I felt like, I might die there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I stayed with my homestay family there, homestay parents. And it was my first time that I met my homestay father. And he was a kind of sailor in Sydney. I stayed in Canberra, and it was just my first time to meet him. So I do remember the sentence like, just in case. Because that's the phrase that he told me for the first time when we just met. And then I just do not forget that word. And at that time, after that, it was very, bizarre that since then, once I go travel abroad, the weather was pretty good since then. So at that time when I felt was, even though the fire, happened, they look a bit calm for me. And the first thing that they packed was family photos. It was so shocking for me. So when I asked people in Korea, some expensive ones or money or something, but everybody who told me that my homestay family just packed family photo, like on the piano or something. And really, what they care about, they value their family a lot. It was quite good experience for me.
If you had to pack something in an emergency, what are 3 things you would pack?
Since, as I felt at that time, I'm gonna pack my family photo, but recent ones are usually on my clouds or something. So the ones which were already developed, I'm gonna pack best family photos first, and cell phone maybe. And third one, it depends.
It could be anything. Yeah.
Well, it's up to the day that it happened.
Well, I hope you don't have any problems in your next trip to Australia.
Oh, yeah, I think so. I am a very minimal packer, so doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Well, thank you so much for your interview and have a safe trip to Australia.
Thank you very much. It was very interesting interview. Thank you.
I really liked her energy and her enthusiasm. Definitely suits the traveler mindset. Very open to new experiences, very happy. And thank you, Tegan, for bringing us on the mic. And today we had Lee Ye-jin from Korea, who just loves traveling. She traveled abroad for the first time to Australia and plans to go there again. And traveling helped her to develop a different perspective about life. And one funny thing that she said was in Australia, when she experienced wildfires, people packed their family photos before leaving, which was surprising to her. And that's something that even I grew up with. Luckily, I've never been in a fire or anything like that, thankfully. But I always saw on TV and I heard from people that the family photo album is always the number one thing to be taken. But these days, I guess everything's on the phone, right? So maybe that's not as applicable these days. But nonetheless, this was On the Mic, a segment we have every single day, so stay tuned for that. Welcome back, everyone. The time is now 5:06 in the afternoon, and we are in the second half of the show. Today's text topic was talking about your favorite winter tourist spot in Korea. Or in Busan specifically. Today's topic is 오늘의 토픽은 내가 겨울에 즐겨 찾는 부산 관광지는 어디 있는지 좀 알려주세요. We've got some messages coming in actually. Lots of people really like it. We have 팽수 아빠님 saying 저는 부산하면 왜 서면밖에 안 생각날까요? 서면에서 먹었던 밀면이 은근 좋았던 것 같아요. 그리고 제가 직접 작사한 곡 중 한 구절을 소개해줘도 된답니다. Nick. 늦은함. Is that 너무 좋은 남자? 늦은함? 늦조남. 너무 좋은 남자인 것 같아요. 예, 되게 좀 줄여가지고 이제 약자를 만들어 주셨어요. 감사합니다. 닉이 소개해 준다는데 영광이죠. 제 영광이죠. It's an honor to be able to read it. Okay, I'll read the first 3 lines of your song, which is called 기억의 울타리. 기억의 울타리 안에 너 누구야? 너를 위해 내 한 몸 바쳐 일을 하는데 너는 왜 자꾸 꿈이 아닌 내 기억 속을 헤엄쳐? Oh, very, very poetic, very romantic. I like it. You know, 팽수 아빠님, you have a way with words. I think you will make someone very happy one day, writing poems for the person you end up with. So they are a very lucky person. Yeah. Okay. All right, I shouldn't have said that, but we won't say it. And I didn't know. That's just not my fault. We also had Soinim saying, I watched the movie called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty during a long flight. Ben Stiller and the actor who starred in Severance are the main characters. It's so touching. Yes, that's a good movie, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And you know something? Ben Stiller is the director of Severance. So, you know, they have a connection. They obviously have a good relationship. So Ben Stiller cast him. Can't remember the actor's name. I think it's John something. I might be wrong. But cast him in Severance as the lead character. Good. That's awesome that you noticed that as well. We have someone saying 저도 겨울 바다 좋아요. 해운대가 제일 먼저 생각나네요. 해운대. It's always classic, right? I was there a couple of days ago. 오랜만에. And I had a 꼼장어. I don't like 꼼장어, but I haven't eaten it. 안 먹은 지 10년 돼가지고 갑자기 궁금해져가지고 I went to eat it again. I had 양념 꼼장어, and it was, for me, it's okay. I can eat it. 먹을만은 해요. I can eat it. It's not my favorite. I think there are better fish. But I did also have a 멍게, 해삼, and 개불. So that was amazing. It's always amazing. I'm glad that you like the beach, though. Us Busanites like the beach. Juliet Nim saying 저도 해운대요. Haeundae is my favorite tourist attraction. Haeundae has loads of great places as well in it, so that's awesome to hear that you like that. Michael Kim Nim saying 저는 대변항에 자주 갑니다. 해녀촌도 있고 조용하고 좋더라고요. That is also one of my favorite places in Gijang too. I know I say this, I know I seem to say everywhere is my favorite place, but I do love that place because it's quiet, like you said. And there's 멸치 everything. 멸치 쌈밥, 멸치 회, 멸치 bibimbap, everything there related to anchovies. It's delicious. So, yeah, I like to, maybe I'll see you there one day. Let's have a look. Any more messages? We have 고수님 saying 저는 겨울이면 집 밖으로 나가는 걸 자제합니다. 겨울엔 에너지가 빨리 되어서인지 따뜻한 집이 제일 좋아요라고 하셨어요. You're kind of like 홍당당, right? Likes to stay at home if it's cold. I agree. You know, there's not much motivation to leave the house if it's cold. You might as well stay home where it's toasty and nice. So that's fair enough as well. 수덕손님 as well. Fantastic to see you. Saying good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the show. And 수덕손님 says they like 송정 바닷가, 흰 여울 마을. Yeah, those two places are great. Yeah, 흰 여울 마을 is great in Yeongdo, right? It's like, what do they call it? The Korea version of what's that Greek place called? Santorini? What's the Greek famous, the white buildings? I know it. What is it? San Moshi something. Huh? I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. Suddenly I have a brain block. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, our producer will find that. He can't find it. Never mind. Someone can remind me.
Our writer can help.
Oh yeah, writing him. What is it? 수진 작가님. Is she gone? Maybe to the toilet? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, we'll find it later. Drift Monkey Nim, to the rescue. Santorini. Santorini. Yeah. They call Yeongdo 흰 여울 마을. They call it the Korean Santorini, right? Yeah, there you go. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Yeah. Thank you for that as well. Jae-sung Nim says, I'm going to visit Haeundae Dongbekseom this coming holiday. That's awesome. And saying, it feels like spring today. I'm in the mood for traveling. You're right. It's very warm today, like comparatively. Right? 상대적으로 좀 따뜻한 편인 것 같아요, 오늘. Especially compared to the days before. So, enjoy it. Enjoy it. We have 백건우님 as well saying, Hi Nick, 포근한 대한 오후네요. 대한. Now I know what that means. 포근한 대한 오후. Thanks to 홍당당. It's the time we are in right now. It's not 소한, which is even worse apparently. Yeah. Oh yes, our producer said it right. 두뇌가 정지됐어요. Yeah, like what do they call it? Brain block, brain fart. Something like that. 백건우님 also saying 저는 기장 바닷가 자주 갑니다. 해물도 좋아하고 뷰도 좋은 카페에서 만난 커피 하기도 좋아요. Yeah, that's good. 기장 seems to be a very popular place for people. And I think it's because there is a lot of stuff appearing, you know, like the outlet malls and the furniture centers and the theme parks. But still, it feels way calmer than the big beaches like Haeundae, 광안리, right? It feels a lot more calm, a bit more nature-full. So a lot of people prefer that, myself included. Anyway, if you want to message in, you could send your messages to #9050 샵9050, which will cost you 101. KakaoTalk message, a smartphone app message, or even a YouTube live message, which is even better. Just hop onto YouTube, type in BEFM, click on For Your Busan. You can see me in the studio, talk with all of the friends here as well. Benina messaging saying brain rot 2024 word of the year. Brain rot. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible, terrible thing. It's too long to explain. But if you want to know what brain rot is, it's the 틱땡, 인스타땡, you know, 올해의 단어. 뭐 작년에. You know, it was like the word of the year. Research it. It's not a pleasant word, but still. Anyway, we're going to take a song break and then we will be back with Quizmaster. We're going to listen to 잔소리 by IU.
늦게 달리지 좀 마, 술은 멀리 좀 해봐. 10살짜리 알처럼 말을 안 듣니.
정말 웃음만 나와. 누가 누굴 보고 아이라 하는지. 정말 웃음만 나와.
여자 멀리 하는지 온종일은 네 옆에 있고 싶은데
내가 그 맘인 거야 주머니 속에 널 넣고 다니면 정말 행복할 텐데
둘이 아니면 안 되는 우리 이야기
누가 듣는다면 놀려대고 무슨 이야기
그만할까 하나부터 열까지 다 널 위한 소리 내 말 듣지 않는 너에게는 뻔한 잔소리
그만하자 사랑하기만 해도 시간 없는데
머리 아닌 가슴으로 하는 이야기 네가 싫다 해도 안 할 수가 없는 이야기
그만하자
나의 잔소리가 들려 내 눈에 힘을 주고 겁을 줘봐도
내겐 그저 귀여운 얼굴
이럴 날 자꾸 더는 못 참고 정말 화낼지 몰라 사랑하다 말 거라면 안 할 이야기 누구보다 너를 생각하는 마음의 소리
화가 나도 소리쳐도 너의 잔소리마저 난 달콤한데
사랑해야 할 수 있는 그런 이야기 내 말 듣지 않는 너에게는 뻔한 잔소리
그만하자
이런 내 맘을 믿어줘
Zooby-dooby 빰빠라 Zooby-dooby 빠람빰 Zooby-dooby 나 지켜 박을 스톱맨만
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. The time is now 5:18 in the afternoon. Getting dark outside, but I don't think it's too cold, relatively, compared to the previous days. Nevertheless, make sure you are wrapped up because that wind can hit you in the face and maybe give you the sniffles or a cold. We've got some messages coming in. We had 6495번님께서 saying, 너무 궁금해서 여쭙니다. 꼼장어를 영어로 뭐라고 하나요? This is difficult. Because I guess just eel. 근데 장어도 eel이잖아요. 그래서 어떻게 구별할 수 있을지 잘 모르겠습니다. 저는 그냥 개인적으로 공식 단어는 아닌데 전 개인적으로 slimy eel이라고 해요. 왜냐하면 한번 만지면 만져보셨나요? 제가 만져봤는데 만져보면 엄청 약간 끈적거리는 액체가 나오거든요. And it won't come off your hands. I had to touch it for a TV show once. And then it leaked this white goo onto my hands. And then I tried to wash my hands, and all day it didn't come off. And it was the grossest feeling in the world. Never touch 꼼장어. I didn't think it was 꼼장어. I'm pretty sure it was. Very slimy. So I call it slimy eel. But that's not the official word. It's just I guess it doesn't really... No one really eats it in England, at least. Maybe they do somewhere else. A good question. Sorry I couldn't answer it. Anyway, it's time for today's Quizmaster. Quizmaster. 포님생 그걸 일부러 뿜어내는 걸요? Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure it is. It's defense mechanism, right? It's to ward off predators. So, yeah. That's a good point. It is. I don't think he does it by accident. Anyway, I'm getting off the point again. It's time for our acrostic poem contest. Using the word of the day, you need to create an acrostic poem, an 이행시. We'll pick the best one, and if you're good enough, we will give you a prize. The more meaningful, the more witty, or the more creative you are, the higher chance you have of winning the prize. So today's word is 사전. 사전. Like 사전 예약 or dictionary, I assume, in this case. 네, 오늘은 사전으로 이행시를 지어보도록 하겠습니다. 멋진 시를 보내주신 분들 중 추첨을 통해 선물을 드리겠습니다. So it's very easy. Very easy. Just 사전. You know, it doesn't have to be related to words. It can be anything. Get creative and you could win some prizes. Send them to pound 9050, sharp 9050, which will cost you 101. KakaoTalk message, a smartphone message, or a YouTube live message, which is the easiest way for me to see them, and KakaoTalk as well. And you can participate that way. Have some fun. Go crazy. 네. 그리고 오늘의 토픽에 관한 여러분의 참여도 기다리고 있겠습니다. That's what I just said anyway. So, send them to us. You could win a prize. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back. I look forward to your creative acrostic poems. We're going to listen to Love Recipe by Komi and Bobby Kim.
어떤 사람을 만나는 거니 물을 때 좋은 사람을 만나게 된 거지 대답해
자랑하고픈 다 말을 하고픈 기분에 친구들을 모아 몇 시간을 떠들기만 해 내 사랑은 너 그래 바로 너 Oh baby baby love 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 Oh baby baby love 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 눈을 감아도 느껴지는 너 Oh baby baby love 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 Oh baby baby love 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 하루에도 12번 보고 싶다고 하면 내 전화기를 바쁘게 하는 너 나를 사랑해줘서 Thank you 내가 너보다 사랑해 바보 같아도 유치해 보여도 행복해 전부 주고픈 다 해주고 싶은 마음에 적어놓은 것들 언제 다 해주나 걱정돼 내 사랑은 너 그래 바로 너 Oh baby baby love 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 Oh baby baby love 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 눈을 감아도 느껴지는 너 Oh baby baby love 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 Oh baby baby love 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 하루에도 12번 보고 싶다고 하면 내 전화기를 바쁘게 하는 너 나를 사랑해줘서 Thank you 내 왼쪽에 내 오른쪽에 영원히 두고 싶은 건 너야 I need you I want you I want you 언제까지나 in my heart 내 사랑은 너 그래 바로 너 Oh baby baby love 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 Oh baby baby love 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 눈을 감아도 느껴지는 너 Oh baby baby love 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 Oh baby baby love 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 사랑할 땐 반드시 꼭 필요한 레시피 유통기한이 안 적힌 내 진심 사랑이란 특별한 요리
That was Love Recipe by Komi and Bobby Kim, welcoming you back to For Your Busan. The time is now 5:25 in the afternoon, and we're in the middle of Quizmaster. Today we're going over acrostic poems with the word dictionary, but in Korean. 네, 오늘은 사전으로 이행시를 보내주세요. We're receiving a lot, 많이 받고 있는데요. We've got some creative ones coming in. So let me have a look. Starting off simple but good. Cake like Tunim. So nice to hear from you again. Saying 사랑해요. 전부 다. Oh, simple and good. That's so sweet. I like it. That could be, like on a card, like a love letter, a Valentine card. I like that. That's good. That's a good one. Let's have a look. 부산아재님 on a similar vibe saying 사람을 좋아하는 분들 전부 포열 부산 들으시는 거 맞지? 라고 하셨어요. Always good with the 사투리 as well. Michael Kim님 saying 사라진 줄 알았는데 전혀 아니었습니다. 포엘 부산 라이브 방송 사수를 위한 우리의 열정. 아이고, Michael Kim님 always coming up with something creative and very good as well. You'd be a good promoter for the show. Yeah, maybe we should hire you. 포우님 saying 사소해 보이는 게 전부를 말해줄 수 있다. Yeah, the small things can say everything. That's good. I like that actually. That's kind of true. 좀 명언인 것 같은데요. 잘하셨습니다. 베니님 saying 사랑, 파전. 요리왕입니다. That's good. Yeah, a love for the Korean onion pancake. There you go. No, and he says heads up for my poor acrostic poem. It wasn't bad. It was good. Don't be so hard on yourself. It was very good, Benny님. 소희님 saying 사랑스러운 청취자들이 만들어가는 부산 영어 방송 전국 라디오 청취율 1위 할 날이 얼마 남지 않았네요. 정PD likes that one. Yeah. That would be pretty crazy if that happened. But Busan is on the map for sure. So you never know one day. Jinli-nim saying 사랑해요. 전부 다. You just copied someone. You just copied Cake Like Tuna. It's good. But it's a copy. Make another one, please. 하나 더 만들어주세요. 강성헌님, hello, welcome to the show. Saying 사랑한다고 했잖아. 어떻게 사랑이 변하니? 전화 잘못 거셨습니다. Oh no, I ruined the delivery. That was so good. Oh, that was a good one. I'll do it one more time. 사랑한다고 했잖아. 어떻게 사랑이 변하니? 저는 잘못 거셨습니다. That's great. 강성헌님, that's great. That gets my comedy seal of approval. I like that one. 잘하셨습니다. 미리님 saying hello. 사건 사고 없이 전부 행복하고 건강한 한 해가 되시길 바랍니다. 미리님, always positive and lovely. Thank you for sending us that one. I definitely hope 사건 사고 없이, for sure. It sounds like you know something that might happen. Yeah. Let's have another look here. We have 파랑님, welcome to the show, saying 사랑이 세상의 전부가 아닌 세상의 사항을 찾고 있어요. Okay. 사랑이 세상의 전부가 아닌. Okay. So I think I know what you're saying there. Interesting, with all of the points in there as well. Thank you very much, 파랑님, for sending us that. We have Neil님, long time. 오랜만입니다. Saying 사진 하나만 찍어주세요. 전 세계에 단 한 장밖에 없는 멋진 사진으로요. Ooh, I like that. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure to give somebody. If you're on the beach and you ask someone to take a photo and say the best photo in the world, that's a lot of pressure. Michael Kim님 saying 살아있네. 전투는 지금부터다. 오, BFM 포열 부산과 함께 부산을 글로벌 시티로. Oh, you're upping the game here. It looks like you really want to win. You really want to win. We've got quite a lot coming in, but I'll read some more. Okay. Oh no. Can I read this one? 3865번님. It's so depressing. It's depressing. It's not bad. 나쁜 말은 아닌데. It's a bit depressing. 안 하는 게 좋을 것 같아요. Okay. But there was one before they did, 3865번님 saying 사과하세요. 정말 잘못했다면. Yeah, that's good. Where's the 전이 없네요. Is there? 사과하세요. 정말 잘못했다면. 정말 잘못했다면. Okay, I'll give you that. You can change it slightly. I'm going to read some more when we come back. All right, let's take a quick song break. This is 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. And I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I can just see you tonight. There's always times like these when I think of you, and I wonder if you ever think of me. 'Cause everything's so wrong and I don't belong, living in your precious memory. 'Cause I need you and I miss you. Now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? Oh, 'cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you tonight. Don't wanna let you know I drown in your memory. I don't wanna let this go. I don't. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. And I still need you, and I still miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass us by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you. If I could fall into the sky, do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you. If I can just hold you tonight.
That was 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton, welcoming you back to For Your Busan. It's 5:34 in the afternoon, and we are on the final leg of Busan Quizmaster. We're going over acrostic poems. 지금 사전으로 이행시를 받고 있는데요. We've had some really creative ones so far, and we've got some more coming in, which are pretty good. I like this one. 최희숙님 says, 사실은 전부 거짓이야. I like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a very pessimistic way to think of things, but I like it. I like it. Very matter of fact. Let's have a look here. We also have Michael Kimnim sending like 1 million today. Let's have a look. I'll read another one first. We have 부산 아재님 saying 사전 잘 찾아보면 I can't say in 사투리. 사전 잘 찾아보면 전부 나오는데. I just sound like an 아줌마. What's wrong with that? 사전 잘 찾아보면 전부 나오는데요. I'm just going to stop reading it. I can't do 사투리. I wish we could have you in here to say this. Why do we even do the Wednesday 사투리 Quizmaster anyway? Maybe we should change that one. Any more? Here we go. We have some more here. Okay, 2969번님 saying 사랑해도 전부를 다 주지는 마세요. Ooh, this person has experienced a lot. 지금 경험상 얘기하고 계시는 것 같아요. Don't give all of your love, even if you love them, because you'll get hurt. Yeah, I definitely feel that. No, I don't. We have 1191번님 saying 사심을 갖고 도전해봅니다. 전 안 될까요? 됩니다. You can go for it. You can go for it. I like that. All right. We had, that's it. One of them I'm not going to read for certain reasons, but still. Anyway, lots more messages coming in, but I'm going to read the winner. No, there's no answer today, is there? It's creative. All right, we have a winner. We're going to give the... 잠깐만요. We have... It says winner, but what is the prize? It doesn't say the prize. 커피 쿠폰인가요? Okay. 장PD doesn't know. He's like, Yeah? Oh, okay. We have it. Okay. The prize will be a coffee coupon. And we're going to give it to 강성헌님께 드리겠습니다. For the very, very good... I think that's well-deserved, 강성헌님. Haley, did you hear it?
Oh, no.
It was good. 사랑한다고 했잖아. 어떻게 사랑이 변하니? 저는 잘못 꼬셨습니다. That's a good one. You deserve that. And everyone, you're all very creative. Better luck next time, though. All right, that was a bit of fun. Don't go anywhere, because we have Haley in the building.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is time for our mystery segment. It is time for Busan Tales.
It is indeed.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good. I've been sitting here thinking about 사전.
Yes.
이행시. All right,
Yes.
come at me. I got a couple. This first one is to Michael Kim님, who said, 사실 전 헤일리 누나 동생님을 기다리고 있었습니다. So this is my response. All right, give me the 운.
Okay.
사생활이에요. 제 나이는.
전
신비주의거든요.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you live for the mystery?
I'm kidding. I'm Malti, ESTJ, Type O, Telumin. What else do you want to know?
You said you had two?
I did. Can is it too late to ask for an echo? 저 에코 좀 넣어주시면 안 돼요? Oh, all right.
You ready?
사랑하게 될 줄 알았어. 우리 처음 만난 그날에. 전미도 씨보다 잘하나요? She's the singer.
That
all
was
right. Thank you.
반전이네. I didn't know you could sing.
It's the echo.
It's
the echo.
You've never 발휘했어 your singing before.
Well,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Haley can sing. There you go. That's a new thing I found out.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah. So, are you going to sing this segment?
No, absolutely not. So, well, we do some fun things on this segment. We talk about the light aspects, and we have literally talked about some light festivals. And then dark aspects of our city. Of course, this is Busan Tales. Welcome. And, we have the stories, the legends behind some of the most well-known landmarks, fun facts, trivia.
Yes.
Fun stuff was had. However, we do also have to address some dark historical times. So we're going to do kind of a 180 from the fun acrostic poems, and especially, though, if history affects us even to this day.
So we're going to be talking about a potentially sensitive subject.
A very sensitive subject indeed. So the topic is 형제 복지원.
This is familiar.
This is something that we've heard on the news. The Brothers Welfare Home, one of the biggest human rights atrocities and kind of state-sponsored violence that happened in Busan, if not all of South Korea.
Right.
So I do want to start this off with a personal story.
Mm-hmm.
So I first came across. So when did you first hear about 형제 복지원?
Like a few years ago.
Right. So it's been going on. It's been on the news for years. So the first time I looked back at some of the scripts that I've written about this for my news coverage, my first article on this was back in 2018. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
And there was an emergency appeals going on with the Supreme Court. And then in one article, I remember just getting chills. There was an address, like the chuso of the site. Of course, the Brothers Welfare Home it's been torn down. But there's an apartment that's over it, that's built over the site. And of course, this is a matter of public record.
Yeah.
But the address said, 부산시 사상구 주례동 백양대로 something something. And it's like a 3-digit number, like the 번지수. It was literally 2 numbers away from my home.
Really?
Yeah.
So you lived right next to...
I had no idea.
Oh, that's creepy.
That's super creepy. I mean, and it just gave me chills. And I walked past, it's an apartment complex.
Yeah.
It's a fine apartment complex. I walk past it literally every day, twice a day.
Is this, after you heard this, were you racking your brain trying to think, did I see anything weird?
Exactly. So I asked my parents, and my dad knew about it. And then I think on the news somewhere, there was like a very hidden, it's not even a plaque. It's just like a 터. It's like an empty ground where like one of the facilities once stood. It's just like a concrete mound. But everything else seems so normal because why wouldn't it be? I mean, people live there. Hundreds of households live there. No sign. And that's what really shook me. I'm like, you're telling me that hundreds of people died under state-sponsored violence and there's not even a recognition for it.
Yeah.
So... Of course, it's not about people who live there. I mean, they're just living their lives. But how we as a city, as a country, and society treat this atrocity and how it's not recognized, not as a plaque or even to this day, really.
Almost like it's being buried.
It's been erased, right? Erased, right.
So just in case there's any confusion, let's begin with what this center was and what actually happened.
Right. So now let's go back all the way to the 60s and the 70s. So what was the precursor, the predecessor of the Brothers Welfare Home? That was established in the 1960s. However, the center in its most official iteration as Brothers Welfare Home, this was founded in 1975. So that was under then Park Chung-hee administration's directive. So they were having this kind of public campaign to guide, and I say this very loosely, people who are homeless and runaways. And they kind of called them vagrants, 불황자들. So the head of the center was Park In-gun, and remember that name because he will come back over and over again. So it was established in the 70s, but then the 80s came. So this was the time of economic boom, right? So the Miracle on the Han River is really underway.
Yeah.
And the country was developing, but it had to develop and really clean up the streets quick.
Yeah.
Because in 1986, it had the Asian Games coming up. And 2 years later, of course, the Summer Seoul Olympics with the world, exactly, the world watching over. So the authoritarian government, now by this point, the regime had changed hands. Now the country was under then President Chun Doo-hwan. So they set off to clean up the streets fast. But we're not just talking about, trash and infrastructure. We're talking about humans, so vagrants. And in reality, they rounded up these people under the guise that they were taking vagrants and dangerous people off the streets. But in reality, a lot of the members were taken by force and they were subject to years of forced labor, imprisonment, and abuse.
Yeah, it's horrible to think about it. And it's horrible even when you read the news about it. But how did the center find the people to detain?
Right. So, I mean, there were the obvious spots like train stations and kind of areas under the bridges or these like tunnels where people who were homeless would stay. But then there were others who weren't, who had families waiting for them. And credit where credit's due, 부산일보, the local newspaper, did over almost a 40-part series where they interviewed the survivors of the home. And I brought one account, and I'm wondering if you can read that part.
So 10-year-old Kim Dae-woo was playing with his older brother in front of Busan Station in the summer of 1981. A policeman approached, told them to follow him to the station police station. They were then sent to the welfare home. They were forced to carry bricks weighing 30 kilograms for the chapel construction, beaten countless times, and they tried to leave but were taken back time after time.
Right. So let's connect the dots and see what happened. They were saying they were taking homeless people and vagrants and, thugs, bullies off the streets. 10-year-old kid and his brother playing.
Yeah.
Right. And then again, 10-year-old kid forced to carry 30 kilograms of bricks, which, by the way, back then an average 10-year-old would not have weighed 30 kilograms.
For sure.
Right.
Wow.
So the detainees ranged from infants who were left at orphanages by their parents, orphans also, but also kids and teenagers who had families and were just unfortunate enough to be caught by the police at the wrong time. It also included homeless people, but also people who maybe have gotten too intoxicated the night before and were passed out on the street, people who got into altercations, fights, so just your everyday people.
No investigations done, just whoever was there littering the street at the time.
Exactly.
And you said the people were exposed to all sorts of abuse during this time.
Right. So there, warning, there's a trigger alert for abuse and violence and even sexual abuse. And that is, by the way, what they were all faced with. So the abuse ranged from forced labor, physical labor, beatings, sexual abuse. The detainees were forced to apparently hit each other to avoid getting beaten by the guards. And because of this, so many of them died on site from either abuse or even malnourishment. Because, I mean, if they were taking them by force and making them work, making 10-year-olds work, they sure weren't feeding them enough.
Yeah.
So if we are looking at official accounts alone, the center housed 3,164 people and 551 officially died on the premises.
Wow.
By the way, the worst of it, we're not there yet, it was that it was fully sponsored by the government and the city. Because, like I said, it was the police who were rounding up these people and taking them to the centers. And by the way, the center was approved and it was even sponsored by the city. And the reason that they took in so many people was it was kind of privatized prison system. For every human that they housed,
they got a bonus.
Exactly, they got money.
You know, it's a horrible incident that happened here in the 80s time.
Right.
And it reminds me of the incident of a fairly similar nature that happened in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro. It was very famous. When I first heard about the brothers' welfare, it made me think of that because in the 90s, I believe, in Rio de Janeiro, there was the Candelaria massacre where the government and the militia, they would round up homeless children and execute them because, you know, they were in, you know, the favelas and stuff.
Right.
They weren't making it look good.
It was under a guise of, you know, cleaning up the street, which was a horrible way to say about human beings. But unfortunately, that is something that happens. Yeah. And, well, here's the thing, though. I mean, yes, the center closed its doors, but kind of fine human rights atrocities happen. They shouldn't. But when they do, because I guess governments learn, I mean, they were putting development ahead of human lives, but how they deal with it afterwards, because we are, you know, South Korea, we're a developed country. We're supposed to be a model of other countries in some aspects, but how is the government dealing with it?
Well, like
That's
you
the
said,
question.
the documents are available for anyone to read. And Jenny님 also says 몇 년 전에 부산일보 기획 취재된 기사로 읽었었는데 정말 끔찍한 장소였더라고요.
Right.
So it's available for anyone to like read.
Yes. So once again, I do refer you to 부산일보. They really did an incredible series. I believe they won multiple awards. Very, very well deserved.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, though. And going back to that article, thank you, Jenny, for bringing this up. Is that the people who lived through it are still suffering. And of course, we are talking about, you know, physical disabilities that they did acquire during that time, but also we're talking about 10-year-olds, teenagers who are imprisoned there. So they missed out on education. Social development. They were traumatized from years of abuse, not only physical suffering, but psychological suffering.
A little bit of financial compensation won't make up for that. I think it was fairly, within the past few weeks or months, that I heard on the news that they had given some money to some of the victims.
Well, and we're going to get to that part, and that's kind of why I do bring this up. But let's go back, because you know, according to Busan City survey back in 2019, 77 out of the 149 surveyed victims, so just about half, say that also trigger alert, they've attempted suicide. Okay. And this is, by the way, 20 times higher than the average population. Another survey showed that of the victims who remained in Busan, 67% were living in poverty, and they were recipients of basic welfare.
I mean, it's just heartbreaking to listen to that. So what happened to the man, Park In-gun, who was responsible for this.
And this is the truly horrible part. He lived a I'm going to simplify it because it's too frustrating.
Yeah.
He lived a wealthy life. Then he died, after a very long, full life. And here's the thing. He lived a life of extravagance, apparently owned 10 homes, 30 billion won in assets, and we're talking about money worth decades ago.
Yeah.
Traveled abroad extensively. This was during an era where you had to get government sponsorship to travel. And he was even allowed to open other welfare homes and detention centers, welfare homes. And in 2002, tragedy struck again. 4 teenagers with disabilities died in a landslide at a facility he was running. And this is a news article from KBS. And here's what he said about it. Let's take a listen.
요양원을 운영하는 사회복지법인 요배말은 건물에 대한 준공허가나 검사도 받지 않은 상태에서 석 달째 중증장애인 46명을 수용했습니다. 요양원 관계자는 이번 일을 천재지변이라고 강변합니다.
내가 책임질 문제가 내가 주겠나?
Okay.
And he said, 내가 죽였나? Did I kill them?
Yeah.
So Guy obviously did not repent.
Passing the victim.
Right. He, by the way, was found guilty regarding the brothers' welfare home, but of embezzlement. And after an extensive court process, he was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison.
I mean, at least some justice was served, but the fact that the crime was embezzlement as opposed to human rights violations.
Assault, wrongful imprisonment and everything.
Yeah.
Right. So then, we did talk about the perpetrator, but you might be asking, what about the victims?
Right.
And you did bring up that the news article you heard.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, and this is why I do bring this case up again at this point, because last Thursday, I believe that's the article you read, Seoul Central Court ruled in favor of the plaintiffs, so the victims or the survivors, in a compensation suit they lodged against the government. But here's the thing. The court ordered the government to pay 80 million won, 8천만 won, for every year that they were imprisoned. The government hasn't. And they keep appealing the case. They keep saying that's actually too much money. But is it, though? Really, is it? So during the process of these continued delays, one victim, Mr. Kim Chang-an, died just days before the verdict was announced from cancer. So this case has been going on for 60 years, but really, unless the state, which was behind this violence, it paid the perpetrator for years, but it's kind of refusing to pay the victims at this point. Then after all these years, can we really say it's over?
Right. I think that's a very good point. It's also, I don't know, it's super frustrating the fact that the guy who spearheaded this, he lived a lavish life, didn't suffer any repercussions by the end of it. And right now, I think, it would be nice, to say the least, if the higher-ups would do something and at least contribute what little they can. Any amount of money is not going to make up for the suffering.
No.
But at the very least, something would be
it's
respectable.
Symbolic, right.
Yeah. Haley, thank you for bringing us this Busan Tales. I don't want to say it's darker. It is darker, but it's more eye-opening. And I think people need to hear about this. More people need to know about this. So thank you so much. I feel like I am definitely more well-versed on it now.
Well, glad to hear of it. But yes, something that we should all know about. And thanks for having me.
All right, I'll see you next week, Haley.
Bye-bye.
Everyone, it is time to end the show. I will see you tomorrow, though, for Tuesday's episode. In the meantime, I hope you will have a wonderful dinner and a warm night. We're going to finish off with a request song by Sudok Shon. This is I'm Not the Only One by Sam Smith. I'll see you tomorrow.
A vow, for better or for worse. I can't believe you let me down, but the proof's in the way it hurts. For months on end I've had my doubts, denying every tear. I wish this would be over now, but I know that I still need you here. You say heart is unobtainable, even though God knows you kept mine. You
Your Bridge to the World. BEFM 부산영어방송.
귀뚜라미는 지키겠습니다. 지진으로부터, 가스 누출로부터, 환경 오염으로부터, 가스비로부터 여러분을 지키겠습니다. 귀뚜라미 50년 기술로 품질에 대한 믿음을 지키겠습니다. 보일러는 역시 귀뚜라미.
혹시 지금 운전 중이신가요? 어린이 교통사고 피해자 수는 지난 3년 평균 약 9만 명. 특히 어린이 보호구역 안전기준이 강화된 이후에도 어린이 보호구역 내 사고는 지속적으로 발생하고 있습니다. 스쿨존에서는 반드시 시속 30km 이하 서행, 스쿨존 내 불법 주정차 금지, 차량 출발 전 앞뒤 좌우 살피는 습관으로 어린이가 안전한 도시를 만듭니다. 참, 운전 중 휴대전화 사용은 모두에게 위험합니다. 우리 모두를 위한 교통안전,